So here is a sobering headline that I read the other day. Actually, I don't remember the headline in and of itself, but I'll just quickly make it up because the meaning of the headline is quite obvious. So here it goes. This is the headline roughly. So after a record-breaking quarter, Meta reports earnings of up to 53.6 billion US dollars. A total of 6 executives were given options that are worth up to $912 million each. And in the midst of all that, Meta lays off 8,000 employees. Think about that. So not only does the company report record earnings, $53.6 billion is no small feat. I'll take that every single day. But who's getting paid? The executives are. The CEOs, the guys on the top. Those on the top get paid handsomely, whilst those on the bottom feeders, they're getting cut. 8,000 jobs disappear. Now, probably because a lot of what's being done at Facebook can be done via AI automation, I assume. And this is only the beginning, especially if I think if you're working in some sort of a technical field where basically what you do could be done by a machine. If that's the case, if all you do is fill in forms and, send emails, whatever, then I would be very, very fearful for my job. I would actually find a job where it's harder for me to get replaced. If you're a nurse, maybe you don't make as much money, but there's always going to be a need for nurses. Same thing goes, I think, for engineers. In fact, if you're an engineer and there's AI at your job, maybe it's your job to monitor and control the AI. But so that's sort of like a small digression, because I want to get back to the real point here. The real point is, of course, that those people on top make more money. They make all the money, whilst the people at the bottom, they make nothing. There's nothing left for them. And so this old structure, I've been hearing this for so long, and yet somehow people still seem to live and abide by it. That the old structure of buying a home, settling down, saving 10% for retirement, and then you live happy ever after, I'm saying it's pretty much gone in a lot of Western countries. In fact, there was a very, very interesting character. I don't remember his name, but some older dude who was a podcast guest at one of these major podcasts, who said something interesting. He was, because they were talking about housing prices and whether we were in a housing bubble or not. And he said that, look, what happens to housing prices when there are houses and the older generation dies, but there are no new 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds ready to buy the houses because of because of inflation, but also because of the birth rate bust, because there aren't more babies being born. That's not going to happen today, but in a few years. Because if fewer and fewer babies are being born and more older people die, and these older people leave behind homes, and there's nobody who wants to move into those old homes, then what's going to happen? Well, a lot of these housing prices are going to go down. That's for sure, I think. But we shall see. Maybe it doesn't apply everywhere, but it applies somewhere. Be mindful about that. And, well, maybe this is the place that I should add in that I'm absolutely not a financial advisor, and you shouldn't take advice from me at all. This is just for entertainment purposes only. But it's for important entertainment purposes. Getting back to what I was talking about, though, that's the most interesting, or that's the most important feat, really, of this video, is that by being at the bottom, if you are at the bottom and you find yourself being at the bottom, then your chances of, making it, whatever making it means to you, aren't as bright as if you were at the top. Just think about that. And lastly, in closing, because I aim to make these videos for as short as possible. If you want to learn more about persuasion and business and sales, so that you potentially can build a secondary income stream and make more money, or make more sales, hopefully. Excuse me, I'm coughing in the middle of my pitch. I'm burping, excuse me, in the middle of my pitch. Just get subscribed to my email list. The link to do so is below the episode description, wherever you're watching and or listening to this, and I'll see you there.